What? Really?
I want some rest. Are we having fun yet?
Dude, I'm angry. I'm so angry. I'm also a bad actor. I'm not angry at all. This is actually cool. I'm cool with this. So I don't know if you guys seen this, but apparently I think it's the Athletic had the Spurs dead last in NBA power rankings. That's how much trash they think we're going to be. I definitely have a take on it, and we'll talk about that in a minute. Now, before we do, really quickly, if you guys want to support, I won't spend a lot of time. I spend way too much time on this. If this is sold out by the time you see this video, I'm really sorry. But I'll have more. Like it's just me starting off. I have to keep getting inventory. I'm doing it all myself, so it's not some like third party that's printing out the shirt. Like I'm making sure that I make the shirts because I want them to be beautiful. But anyways, that's besides the point. So if I'm out of inventory or whatever, don't worry, I'm gonna stock back up. I'm gonna try to do it at least once a week, and eventually I'm gonna be able to put a bunch on here. Okay, like it'll be unlimited. Okay, and we're gonna have like 14 more designs, and I'm not exaggerating. I don't even know why I said it like that, but yes, it's going to be a lot of designs. But anyways, thank you guys so much for the support and blah 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 and blah. You're tired of hearing me talk. Okay. Spurs dead last in the power rankings. So yeah, it was the Athletic. Latest power rankings are an indication the Spurs may not have to tank on purpose to get close to such odds. As far as us getting like the number one pick in the draft or whatever. Guy, look. I think it's a kind of silly distinction between tanking and just being really, really bad. I think it's a silly distinction. I don't think many teams, I mean, from what I've seen, I don't think many teams go into games and the players purposefully lose. If you're a tanking team, more often than not, I mean, unless you're a star on the team, more often than not, your job isn't solidified, okay? So you're not gonna go out there and purposefully lose. I think that for the most part, what happens is a team is just bad enough, and either the management or the coach just makes sure that certain players aren't playing, or the lineups are a little weird, or guys are sitting at strange times, or they're hurt, you know? Like, that's usually what happens. Like, this whole idea, like, oh, do you want the Spurs to purposefully lose? No, I don't even think it's in them to do that. It's not in Pop, certainly, to do that. So no, I don't necessarily want that. But at the same time, what's the difference? What's the difference? I mean, I don't think that they'll be just complete losers or anything, but losing is losing, okay? We don't have the mentality, I get it, but I don't think many teams purposefully just lose, okay? It needs to be the management. It needs to be, really crafty losing, all right? You're sitting out at weird times. That's what you got to do. But hey, it is what it is. And in that regard, I am okay with tanking. Now, I did want to read this part as well. This is coming from that article. And it says the site revealed its updated offseason power rankings Wednesday and has the Spurs ranked dead last at number 30. We talked about that. Absolutely not. And that's the design. Ever since Kawhi Leonard was traded, the San Antonio Spurs have been struggling to find the next franchise guy. Have we though? Have we have we really been struggling to find the next? I mean, let's really just go through this, right? Kawhi Leonard, he wanted out. San Antonio traded him, got DeMar DeRozan. DeMar DeRozan was great. And the Spurs were just thinking, hey, maybe we can kind of keep riding this thing out. We don't know how much longer Pop is going to stay. Let's try to get ourselves another championship. Keep in mind, at that time, we can all try to like play hindsight if we want, but at the time, at least I know myself, and I was running the Spurs Instagram page. I had just started the YouTube channel. Like I saw people's reactions. A lot of us were excited that we got DeMar DeRozan. A lot of us were thinking that, hey, we can go deep into the playoffs. DeMar DeRozan did take his team to an Eastern Conference final. So that's what we were thinking at the time. So this idea that the Spurs just should have automatically just dropped everything. Sure, hindsight, yeah, it would have been better if we started the rebuild earlier, but it's really hard to just assume that a winning franchise like the Spurs know, oh no, it's time to tank right now. Like, it's kind of hard to know that, right? Like, I don't know. You're trading Kawhi. You want something really good in return. You want another star player in return. And I think they got the best that they could possibly get with that. And Keldon came out of it, but it is all good. But my point here is I don't really necessarily think that the Spurs should have, or not should have, but that they've been struggling to find a franchise guy. I mean, you had DeMar DeRozan for several seasons, basically, right? And after DeMar was gone, then we only had one season to see what we had. And then after that, they said, yeah, we don't have it. I don't know if you necessarily was struggling to find the next guy. I don't know. I guess when I just read that sentence, man, I'm just looking too into it. When I read this sentence, I think of a team that's been in the lottery like for 5 years straight or something, or had a top 5 pick for at least 2 or 3 years or 4 years, and they're still struggling to find a guy. I don't think San Antonio's struggling to find the next guy. I think they kind of bought into Primo. They know it's time to basically tank, but I don't know if they're just struggling. I don't know. Whatever. After a fairly brief dance with DeMar DeRozan, the Spurs have now sent Murray to Atlanta, and gone full youth movement to embrace the tank. Yes, that is true. They added 3 intriguing rookies to the mix. This rebuild project will likely target Victor Wembanyama, the Tim Burton character from France. Develop the young guys this year and hope you're graced with lottery luck as we saw in 1997. So yeah, I really want to know what you guys think about us being ranked last. Honestly, I think it's going to be kind of a shocker. I'll be real. I think it's going to be somewhat of a shocker when it comes to the Spurs. While I do agree that we're going to be bad, I don't know if we'll be as bad as they think we will be. And if we are, it's going to really just come down to experience. But man, I really do believe in the IQ of this upcoming team. I believe in Pop. And unfortunately, that might be good enough for a play-in. I hope it's not. I hope we're bad. But I'm just throwing that out there, okay? Team did not look terrible, minus DeJounte Murray. I think they were 4-10, which is awful, okay? But at the same time, as far as when I was watching them, the eye test tells you they played pretty smoothly. I thought the half court was a little bit better. I think it was mainly Trey Jones and Derek White kind of getting a lot of the touches as far as like distributing and everything. But I don't know, the team just looks smoother, and I would just assume that adding Jeremy Sohan to a team like this, with Josh Primo finally getting minutes, you're gonna be able to see that IQ kind of bleed out. But I don't know, that's besides the point. But yeah, I don't know. Do you guys think we'll be last? I don't know. If we are, I'm cool. I'm good. I'm all right. I'm all right being last. But I'll give it to you guys later, man. If you want to support the channel, I always say $2 per month. Link in the description. Yada yada yada. I'll get with you later. Deuces.